Alright gang, welcome back to another adventure. I'm again joined by JPVideos, who's already moving along. We are on the Silver Rail Trail. Right now we're at a former rail bridge that crosses over the Schuylkill River. This is right outside of Stowe, PA. I can put a link to the, or I'm sorry, I'll put a Google image and a link to the local area where I were actually parked at. So if you want to come check it out yourself, you can find it easier. This is a little exciting for Jay. He's first time seeing this. This was part of my scouting out that I did a month ago. I actually stumbled upon this myself, so I added this in to today's adventure to show him because I knew it would be something that it would interest him. So I'm probably gonna have the drone with me, so I may fly the drone, so stay tuned for some of that footage coming up. One thing I do remember from the last time when I was here is you can get down on either end, and I did walk out onto these stones here and got good views of underneath the bridge as well as on this side to get some good shots of the bridge as well. But if you look over here, you can see a good bit of debris from being washed down. All this trees and trash, and there's a cooler in there. I think last time I saw there was like a little three-wheeled plastic tricycle, which might be on the other side because the debris is on both sides. The bridge, I don't know any of the information on the bridge off the top of my head right now, but I will look it up and see if I can. There we go. It's a big wheel. Haha, missing the back wheels. So I do remember seeing that. So yeah. So any information that I find out about the bridge, it is arched underneath of us, so you'll see that. You can also see the original railing here. And like I said, this was a rail bridge at one time, so it did have rail line going across it. Now it's walking path, and it's part of the Schuylkill Rail Trail that runs through. I believe this runs all the way down into Oaks, PA. I'm not sure how far it goes that way, so I will look into that. I'll add some information. If I find any websites or anything, I'll add that in as well in the description below.
Something was hitching a ride on RJ.
I just had that crawling on my arm. I'm like, what the heck is that, a spider web or something? And I just flicked it off of me. I had a praying mantis hanging out on me. Huh.
I know Alan's definitely afraid of these. He jumped like a little girl. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, he was just hitching a ride on RJ's arm.
Oh, those blocks, okay.
It looks like it was maybe for another bridge or something.
Could have been.
Because in the water over here, there's actually a concrete foundation in the water.
Yeah. Well, we're at the top of the arch right here, because this is arched underneath of us. Yeah, we can get down on that side, and we can get down over there where that stone is.
RJ did state that once we do cross, we're going to go back, because we actually get down there in that flat portion of stone to see the bridge from the river level, which would be pretty neat to see, because he said there actually is an arch underneath us here.
I think there's like 8 or 9 arches on the total.
Yeah, there's actually a power wheels down there, which I just see. So all kinds of stuff is showing up from high waters. So we're going to go all the way to the other side, show any things that are worth showing over there, then we're going to return and get down there near the shoreline.
Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed that drone footage. I'm going to go try to catch up with Jay right now. But in the meantime, I'm getting a look at some teeny boppers at the other end of the bridge making out. Fun. Alright, so heading down this path, from the last time I was here scouting this out, I noticed this here. Oh. But that was not in here the last time. Huh. That's interesting. Either somebody left their bike here or another stolen item. Interesting. Okay, well, that's cool. Jay was just telling me about that as I was coming across the bridge. So. Put you back on wide angle here. As we come down here, you can take a look at the actual underside arches of the bridge. I do have a bunch of pictures that I took the last time, so I'll throw those in as well. Okay, yeah, that was not here the last time.
That kid's still sitting up there?
Jay found a friend. Oh, that's not giant. Oh, now he is. I see his legs. Where'd he go? So he sat down and there was a spider next to him, so I wanted to point that out to me.
He said, hey, are you the JP guy?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm just lookalike.
Often imitated, never duplicated. And that is a true statement. Very true statement. So, yeah, this is kind of relaxing down here now that we're on the rocky beach. But between the awesome architecture of the bridge and the flowing water and the traffic in the distance.
Get off my bridge.
And then down that way there's a bridge crossing over that's actually a traffic. Cars are crossing over that. So like I said, I'll look up this bridge and see what kind of information I can find and add that in the description below and see when it was roughly built, length, height, all that stuff. All that fun bleep blop bleep blop blop stuff. Alright, so we're done playing on the rock beach and skipping rocks and having fun and being us. We're making our way back out towards the parking area where the other buildings and stuff were that I wanted to show Jay. So we'll catch up with you when we get there. But in the meantime, look at those beautiful fall colors. Just breathtaking. especially over here with the sunlight glistening on it.
Oh, might you shine your camera out? Sorry.
So here's another prime example as to why 2 sets of eyes or 4 sets of eyes or multiple people at times come in handy when doing stuff like this, because Jay just pointed out some stuff that I didn't even see when I came and scouted this out the last time. There may have either been 2 bridges here at one time side by side, or there may have been plans for an expansion of adding a second bridge, because he noticed there's block abutments. There's abutments here. You can see the rock, the stone, and all that right there. And then over here, you can see down in the water, it's kind of glare. You see the triangular point right there. That's all concrete underneath here that runs right down underneath where this abutment is. And also, we noticed at the end here, which is probably at both ends, the stone wall at the end of the bridge that supports the actual bridge, there's room for another one off here to the left. And it's the same height, and it has the step down or notch out for where the bridge would sit. So I did actually walk under here and look at this stone the last time, but I didn't notice that. Of course, there was a lot more foliage over it at that point. But here you can see, right here's the step out where a bridge could have been or would have been added, depending on what that was. And then also you look straight down there, there's a notch out right there. So that's intriguing. I'll definitely have to do some more digging on this and see what else I can find.
Railroad ties here.
Yeah, there's piles of them. We get some railroad ties over here you just spotted as well. And they're kind of buried in there, sticking out right there. And the way that I got down there was I went down this side, followed this down, I was able to walk right up underneath the bridge. So you can see on this side too, the concrete here. So this is a newer style bridge, so there may have been an older one over there, because that's stonework on that side and this is concrete on this side. So that would make more sense to what he's saying. Do I got to get you back to the home?
Oh, Jesus, where the hell am I?
Two of a kind, you just can't. Yeah.
Like Laverne and Shirley.
Right? Except dudes. And no L on her shirt. So here we are, back at where we originally started, where this path comes up right through here up to the rail trail. And we have this property here, this building here, which was a mansion at one time. There's some information, there's an information placard around front. So I had that picture in. And we're checking out this part here. This is, I think it's under renovations right now, for one, and two, it is closed during what's been going on 2020. We'll just call it at that. But I believe it will be opened up for tours and things like that at some point. And you can see the old style windows, and you can see they're doing the renovations in there. The fireplace in the corner there. The old style shutters with the lock pins to hold them in place, to hold them open. It's kind of the way the sunlight's coming in through the front there. It almost looks like there's a light on in that hallway. It's kind of neat. But look at this door, this wooden door here. It looks like it's a split door, like you'd see in a barn, to open the top half and the bottom half independently. But from threshold to the sill, or to the top, I should say, that's probably, I'm about 6 foot. If I'm standing on the threshold, But if I step into that without ducking, I'm gonna hit my head on it. That's pretty low. So that goes to show you, back in those days, how much shorter people were. People really weren't as tall as we are, or some of us are, I should say, these days. And as you walk around, you got this little area here. There's a door here. Looks like there was something here at one time that may have come down, or there's a brick patio below me. There's another section. It looks like woodworking area, tool storage. Pretty neat. You got these steps going up to this doorway, which I'm gonna assume this is probably where horses were kept and carriages. It's kind of hard to see in there, but luckily I have my light. Ah, all kinds of goodies. So it's like a storage. It's being used for storage right now, but it was probably a hay area, I would think, for storing. They got a basement, and then probably kept a carriage and horse in there, which is now again storage. Used to be a window there, which has been filled in. There's an outhouse over there. And right over here is the information placard. So like I said, I'll add that picture in. And here's a look at the front side of this area. So here's your placard here. If you'd like to pause and read it, you can. If not, like I said, I will add a picture of that in here. I'm gonna head on back over with Jay and continue on down the lane here. There's another placard here. Train. And of course, there it goes. It was a shorty, but missed it by that much.
Yeah, the picture on the front and back.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's down here, the show.
Yeah, it's down here. So we're going to continue on down this driveway here. And this is where the last two buildings were. Plus there was, according to the placard down here, a covered bridge at one time that crossed over the river down here. Which there's some neat history on that placard that explains what the deal was with the bridge and why they removed it, and you know, all the history and stuff on that. So we'll get you out of the sun glare and catch up with you down there. Okay, so we just walked down that driveway, got to here. This building here is the Michael Fulp House, which was built in 1783. Again, I already have pictures of this, so I'll add that in so you can see, you can read it. Plus, start with this one here. It is closed up. You can't really see in it. They do have the shutters closed so that you can't look inside, but there probably are interior pictures, I would assume, on the website, so we can take a look that way. If I can find anything, I'll add them in. And then also we'll find out later down the road if they do, when they're doing tours again, that we can come and check it out. Maybe do a video of it then. So Alan, if you're watching, a Jeep that runs, and it's the one you want. And it's a brand new stock unit too. It's got a dealer tag on it and stock number, and don't know where it's from, why it's here. Must be somebody down by the river fishing or something. Okay, so here is the, I guess I'm gonna say this right, Mounds Jones house. This is oldest documented house in Berks County. So there's a look of it right there. And again, I do have pictures of this, so I will add that in. or you can pause it and read through it. So again, I will find out any information that I can find out on it. Whether, you know, obviously you can visit its public property right now. They do have the information placards where you can come up and look at them, but they are closed up. You can't really look inside of them. And, you know, obviously be respectful of that. So, oh, there's a bird's nest right here. Any eggs? Doesn't look like it. And here you got a memorial placard, which I do have pictures of all this again. So, and another one over here. They do have things going on. There are some projects going on. So if you do come around, just watch where you step. That's like a dug pit right there. It's not real deep, but you don't want to trip into that and fall. So just be aware of that. There are some things going on around here to just be cautious of. So. This is interesting. I don't know what's going on here, but kiln maybe, or again, I'll have to look into that. And back here you got like a garden that's kind of overgrown. And you got the back windows boarded up, so they must be doing some work on that. And you got the old wooden shake shingles on the roof. So, alright, so the one last... So one more thing to look at over here. This placard shows this used to be a road that came straight through right here and across this river. And originally when the settlers came, this is a very shallow point, so they were able to ford the river and then get to this side, and then they built a covered bridge here, which then this explains what happened to the bridge and why the bridge is no longer here. It was obviously old and needed a lot of work, and they just couldn't keep it up. So again, I do have a picture of that already, so I'll throw that in there, or you can pause it. But in the meantime, we'll show you right here as to why, where it came across from on the other side. So the bridge actually stood right here. And you can kind of see some remnants, not really of the foundation, but there are some rocks down here, so that could be it. But like I said, it's very shallow through here, so you could actually walk across this or ford it in a, you know, back then they were using horse and buggies, but they were able to bring their horses and buggies across here from that side. Whichever direction the bridge was actually facing. So about a month ago, I came out and I scouted out some locations for Jay to check out, for him to come down and do videos with us. And this was just kind of like I found it, stumbled across it as I was looking around for the last location that we were at, that we filmed, where the warehouse was. So this wasn't too far. It was only 5 minutes down the road, and it seemed interesting with the architecture of the buildings, the history of the buildings, the bridge. It'd be neat if it was still here, but unfortunately it's not. And then me just wandering along and finding the former rail bridge, which I knew he would like to see that. So that worked out awesome that he was able to see that. And now I got drone footage of it, because when I was here scouting, I just took pictures. I didn't take any video or anything like that. So I was just looking forward and waiting for this day to be able to do our videos together, and that way I had the pictures to show him to pique his interest and be like, ooh. So, but you know, as you'll see in his video, if you can find him here, there you go. As you'll see in his video, you'll see his thoughts and everything, unless you want to share something on here quick.
No, I mean, coming here not knowing what to expect, it turned out to be a good place to visit. A lot of history here. The train bridge was my favorite part by far, and seeing those little pedestrian tunnels underneath the rail line was an added bonus. And seeing 1700s cabins or cottages, you know, it's, even though we couldn't get inside, it was still worth seeing in person because it's not something that you find around in your neighborhood. So I'm just glad to be able to come here and experience it with him.
Unless you live in this neighborhood, then you see him every day. But you know, we don't get to see him every day. So, but we're gonna make our way back to the truck and start heading back towards my house. And Jay's gonna do his patent for you. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm not monetized yet.
Ruin the joke.
Probably couldn't hear you anyway. I don't have the microphone on. So, yeah, you know all the like, subscribe, ring the bell, click it to all, say hello, comment, let us know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Start a conversation.
Start a conversation.
Make friends.
Tell me what's going on with your health.
Don't be a hater.
Yeah. Get your story straight. Don't lie to people. Okay, so that's going to end it for this adventure. This, again, was about a month ago. It's so hard not to do it.
Who cares if we do it?
Hmm?
Who cares if we do it?
I do. So apparently me saying now I'm learning makes him think I'm saying now I'm horny. But yet he's wearing the international color for horniness.
I mean, if he's not, I am.
Alright, so that's gonna...
Put your face again?
Yep. You gotta quick get my snort there. Every time. Every time. I always go for my face every time I start recording. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh shit, I was recording.
You recording?
I thought I stopped it.
I do drop it.
Blooper! Okay, so let's just